Intoxication is the nature of the moon TCH. May 10th is a special Pournami or a special full moon day because it's called Buddha Pournami. This is the day Gautama, the Buddha got enlightened. You know that. Do you know this? This year it's on 10th of May. This full moon day is the day Gautama, the Buddha got enlightened. There are many aspects to his life. The most important aspect is that he is a Buddha. That's not his name. His name is Gautama Siddhartha, but he is a Buddha. Buddha means he transcended his intellect. Bu means Buddha, Dha means Dada. Bodhi means the intellect. Dada means one who is above. One who is above his intellect is a Buddha. One who is in his intellect is a non-stop suffering human being laughter. Something happens, they suffer. Nothing happens, they suffer. Whichever way lasts. That is, if you are below the mind, we call them Buddha laughter. You're missing the point. If you are above the mind, you are a Buddha. If you are below the mind, you are a Buddha. If you are in the mind, you are non-stop suffering. Few laugh. So how did he become this? He tried many things in his life. He was a prince of a small princely state. Because some yogi predicted that this will either become a great emperor or become a great sage. When he made this prediction, the father got a little excited. He did not want him to become a great sage. He wanted to be a great emperor. So he decided he will not expose him to. Because he thought by being exposed to some suffering or misery, he may turn into a. So he kept him an utter pleasure, the best of food, best of clothes, best of pleasures, everything. When he was 19 years of age, he got him married to a very pretty young woman. Kept him in a palace secluded from the rest of the society, where he lives in pleasure, never exposed to any kind of suffering. One day he thought he would just take a drive through the town. He asked his charioteer to take him across. So he was going, and then he saw a man who was old who was going like this. He gestured. So he had never seen an old man. Yeah, that's fine. What else? All right, mister. He said, everybody gets old someday. He looked at himself. He was a nice youth. What? He also said, yes, everybody. Everybody gets old. They live long enough, they get old. He get old. This was a realization for him. I'm like this, just. Then he saw a man lying on the street who was ill with something, not able to get up, in great suffering. He said, stop. What is this guy? What is this guy? What's he doing? He's sick, unfortunately. What does that mean? He said, a body sometimes I'm sick. It can happen. It can happen to just anybody. Me, a prince, it can happen to me, anybody happened to him. So, I can become like this. Then they were going further. He was somebody that he was trying to be so. Oh, he just died, that's all. What does that mean? That happens to everybody without exception. And he said, what am I doing? Just eating pleasure is nonsense. This suddenly being a prince and these pleasures and all this palace suddenly broke apart for him, and he started looking. What is the point of all this? This. But by then he had an infant boy, TCH. He looked at his wife and his child, this loving wife and this lovely little baby he could not leave. He struggled and struggled and struggled and struggled. By then, a little over 1.25 years passed. When the boy was 1.5 years of age, he could not hold it anymore. In the middle of the night, like a thief, without telling anybody, he slipped out of the palace and left for good. He went in search. I want to know the truth about this life. He went from school to school, to school to school. You may complicate it in so many ways, but fundamentally, you're talking so much about economy means you're just thinking about survival all time, isn't it? Survival glorified, but still it is survival. So one fundamental sadhana for them is you never pursue your instinct of survival. You simply keep going. So samanas used to just walk. When he got enlightened, they left him. Few laughed because they wanted to hear something severe. He said, cook something. Let's eat. We've been wasting our time. Few laughed. There are many beautiful episodes in his life, and he one day walked upon that I walked upon and went and went and wandered, went and wandered in the tree. Because that was the only real estate of those times. There were no buildings, and buildings everywhere. So tree was a good place, a pleasant place to sit under. Rather than sitting in harsh sun, you sit under a tree. An astrologer who is of great proficiency in his trade saw the footprint on the river bank he had come to. In India, people of any this thing means bath means always river. Those rivers are going away. I will tell you later. Bath means always river. So he came for a bath to the river. Then he saw the footprint. There is a whole science, or rather observations, through which by looking at the way one's feet is, somebody predicts exactly what he will do. So he saw the footprint, and then he saw that this is the footprint of an emperor, somebody who should rule the world. Then he wondered, why would such a person be in this remote place near a jungle? Then he followed the footprint, thinking he will meet an emperor. Then he saw this monk Gautama sitting under a tree. Then he looked at this. He thought either my astrology is gone or wrong, or I'm being fooled, or I'm in some kind of a hallucination. Not happening here. Then he went to Gautama and asked. Gautama was TCH referring to a purring to a participant kind of state. If you laugh, he said, I'm nobody. I'm just a nobody. But you have the feet of an emperor. You should conquer the world. Well, Gautama said that I will, but not by conquest. See, there are two ways you can have the world, either by conquest or by inclusion. Yes. I can make you yours either by capturing you, chaining what I want, or by it too, myself, some by some. But if you go by conquest, it will be a pain in your neck always. If you include, this will become a great enhancement of life. He said, I am the emperor of the world. Then said, you are a monk, you own nothing, and I am a nobody, that is why everything is mine. Even mathematicians are trying to teach you the zero and the infinite are one and the same. So you becoming a no thing does not mean you are no use. You are a no thing means you become all inclusive, isn't it? You are something means you can only be that. You are a no thing. You can be any way you want. This is how this life is made. If your ability to respond is not curtailed, you can be anything you wish at any given moment, isn't it? So Gautama said, I'm anyway the emperor of the world, if that's a word you like, but I'm actually a nobody because everything is anyway mine. You see, I'm responsible for everything is yours, isn't it? How does somebody become yours? Because you own them or take responsibility for them. Because you take responsibility for them, they become yours, not otherwise. Isn't it? If you own them forcefully, you will be a yes or no participant. Yes, sir, no. If you forcefully own somebody, will they ever be yours? They'll never ever be yours. So this astrologer sat down. He said, you are a monk. You have nothing. On top of it, you say you are just cheat, referring to a participant. I'm sorry if you laugh. On top of it, you say, I am a nobody. And everything is yours. What is this? Gautama said, you come, I have a way for you. You are busy making predictions of life. I have a plan. Why do you make predictions of life? You are incapable of making a plan and executing a plan. That is why you fall back on predictions, isn't it? Yes or no? If you are capable of making a plan and executing a plan, would you fall back on predictions? Participants? No, Sadhguru. No, Sadgatama said. You're busy making predictions. I am here. I have a plan. Come, hear me. I have a plan. Plan will make something else happen. You must become a part of this plan. We can make something wonderful happen. This same world can be turned into paradise if all of us go by a paradise plan. Isn't it? Yes or no? Participants. The question is only do that. Because between a possibility and a reality there is a distance. Or do we have the courage and the commitment to walk the distance?